If you're still swinging a wedge that's more than a few years old, or just using the stock one that came with your set, you're probably leaving easy shots on the course. The best women's wedges today are designed with lighter shafts, sharper spin control, and a feel that helps you take charge around the green. Whether you're blasting out of bunkers or dialing in delicate chips, the right wedge can transform your game. The market's packed with options, which can make picking the perfect wedge overwhelming. That's why we've done the hard work and narrowed it down to the top 5 women's wedges you can trust to shave strokes off your score. Remember, not every wedge suits every style or swing, so stick around to find the one that's just right for you. Alright, let's get started. The Ping Women's ChipR Wedge is designed for women who are done battling those frustrating chunked or skulked chips, or the timid shots that don't quite go where you want. If you're ready for a fresh start around the green, this wedge is like a hard reset. It plays like a putter, but performs like a wedge, because it is, in a way, both. With a putter-length shaft and loft between an 8 and 9 iron, it's all about giving you more control and fewer surprises. Just set up, take a smooth putting stroke, and watch your ball bump and run exactly where you meant it to, rebuilding your confidence shot by shot. You don't need to open the face or accelerate through the ball or any of the other advice that makes your short game more complicated than it needs to be. The Ping ChipR is designed to calm you. It gives you clean contact, predictable rollout, and enough spin to stop it when you need to. No overthinking, just shorter second putts. This isn't just a gimmick. Genuine engineering went into making this work. There's tungsten in the toe and shaft to keep it balanced, MicroMax grooves to help the ball check when it needs to, and a cambered sole that glides through rough or fringe like it's not even there. The ChipR Wedge isn't some toy you stash away in your bag. It's a genuine short game solution that's surprisingly easy to use. The weighting keeps it steady, the grooves help the ball behave, and the sole glides through tricky lies without fuss. It's all the clever design you don't want to think about when you're trying to save par, because here, it just works. So if you've been watching your playing partners get up and down while you're stuck debating whether to chip or putt, this is your answer. The Ping Women's ChipR Wedge is built to simplify those choices and give you a go-to club that delivers. Next up, the Mizuno Pro T1 Blue Ion Custom Wedge, and it's not messing around. This is a wedge for golfers who know exactly what kind of shot they want to hit and want a club that listens. There's no safety net with this wedge, but that's the point. It's built for confident players who don't need help flipping a 60 from a tight lie, just the right tool for the job. What really sets the T1 apart is the feel. Forged from soft 1025 carbon steel with a thin copper layer underneath, it delivers an impact that's buttery and just a touch muted. A sensation that's hard to put into words, but absolutely worth experiencing. There's a deliberate weight and precision in every shot that you can truly feel. It also looks exactly how you'd want a player's wedge to look. Immaculate, compact, with a slightly straighter leading edge and no unnecessary bulk. You get a few different sole options depending on how you like to play your short game. The M and P grinds give you some extra bounce and forgiveness, while the C, V, and X are for players who like opening up the face and getting creative around the green. The T1 Blue Ion bites clean, with spin you can actually trust each time you hit it. The grooves are tighter, sharper, and more consistent than most, and Mizuno added laser-etched micro grooves to help manage spin even in rainy or soggy conditions. You can really feel the face grab just enough without overdoing it, and the trajectory control is there whether you're playing a low checker or trying to float one. It's not the wedge for everyone, but that's kind of what makes it great. If you've got the hands and want something that doesn't hold you back or try to fix your game for you, the Mizuno Pro T1 Blue Ion Custom Wedge rewards every ounce of control and touch you bring to it. The Titleist Vokey Design SM10 Custom Wedge is built for players who want full control over their short game. If you like reading the green, adjusting your face angle, flying it low, checking it high, this wedge is for you. There's nothing chaotic or unpredictable here. It's about shaping the exact shot you want and knowing the club will do what you ask. Vokey reworked the center of gravity in each loft, especially the higher ones, to bring your ball flight down and your strike quality up. In short, you'll feel the weight exactly where it should be. Solid at impact and stable through the turf. That means more control, tighter dispersion, and a lot more confidence standing over those in-between yardages. Let's talk about spin control for a second, because it's a huge part of this woman's wedge and why it's worth your attention. Every single groove on this wedge is cut differently, depending on the loft, and micro grooves are added in between for even more grab on partial shots. A heat treatment on the face doubles the groove durability, without messing with feel, which is rare. It really doesn't matter if you're playing on dry fairways or in wet conditions, which makes everything so much easier. And then there's the grind selection. 6 options, all tour developed. Whether you're shallow, steep, creative, simple, or somewhere in between, there's a grind that matches your swing and lets you play how you want. The new T-grind is especially worth looking at if you love versatility around the green and need something that stays low and sharp under pressure. This wedge doesn't fix your short game, it gives it structure. If you already know how to hit the shots, the Titleist Vokey Design SM10 Custom Wedge just helps you hit them better, more often. And if you're still learning how to make the ball check and stop exactly where you want, it'll help you get there a lot faster. Prices for this wedge and every other women's wedge we're amped up about can be found in the description below. And be sure to hit that like button and give us a follow. It actually helps us a lot. Okay, 2 more wedges to get to, so let's jump right back in with the Callaway Mack Daddy CB wedge is designed for mid to high handicappers who need more control without requiring a perfect swing. It helps deliver more spin while reducing the risk of chunking or sculling shots. The club features a larger, well-proportioned face that inspires confidence at address. Its shape is carefully balanced to make shots feel more manageable and consistent. The main goal of this wedge is to simplify your short game. Its cavity-back design offers extra forgiveness, and the sole is crafted to prevent digging, with a pre-worn leading edge and higher bounce that work together to help you avoid mistakes without needing to understand all the technical details. It just slides through the turf, so whether you catch the ball clean or slightly fat, you're still in control. In a short game full of uncertainties, that kind of reliable support makes a real difference. There's a full face of grooves in the higher lofts too, which comes in handy if you're the kind of player who opens the face or finds yourself playing from all kinds of weird angles. The real surprise is how good it feels. Callaway added urethane microspheres directly behind the striking area of the face, also known as the sweet spot. It's not something you'll see, but you'll definitely notice it when you're handling it. Instead of that clunky hollow feel you sometimes get with cavity backs, this wedge sounds clean and soft at impact. You get solid feedback without any harshness, which helps with touch shots and anything where feel really matters. And yes, it spins. Like, really spins. The jaw's grooves are as aggressive as Callaway claims, and the face has been blasted to roughen the texture, just enough to grab the ball. That means better grip, more bite, and way more control, especially on those partial shots that usually run too far. The grooves stretch across the face on lofts 54 degrees and up, so if you catch it a little off-center, you're still getting action. You don't have to know your exact bounce or memorize grind charts to get along with the Callaway Mack Daddy CB wedge. And that's the point. It's designed to take the guesswork out of short game shots, and it does. And finally, we have the Cleveland CBX4 ZipCore, and this one's for any woman who's tired of second-guessing her short game. Whether you're just learning how to read greenside lies, or you're coming back after a break and looking to rebuild some confidence, this wedge brings the forgiveness without taking away the fun. It's also loaded with tech, but all you really need to know is this. It helps clean up messes. Hit it a little behind the ball, it recovers. Need more height, or spin, or distance control? It gives you options. The grooves are sharper and tighter than before, and there are more of them stretching from heel to toe, so you're still getting grip even when your contact's not perfect. And the laser milled face, called HydraZip, is designed to bite just as well in damp conditions as dry ones. There's a ton going on behind the face. Cleveland calls it ZipCore, which is their way of saying they replaced heavier steel in the hosel and heel with lightweight material, so it absorbs vibration and redistributes the weight for more control. Even on full swings, it stays stable and smooth. You get that solid feedback without any of the sting. And unlike wedges that make you choose between different grinds and bounce profiles, Cleveland's already matched each loft with the sole shape that makes the most sense, so you don't have to overthink it. Lower lofts are built to handle full shots and tight lies. Mid lofts give you a little more bounce and versatility out of sand or thick rough. Higher lofts are made to be opened up for soft, floaty lob shots. They've done the work, you just get to play. This wedge is for women who want control without complication. Whether you're chipping from the fringe or trying to get up and down from the bunker, the Cleveland CBX4 ZipCore makes the shot feel less like a gamble and more like a decision. And that kind of confidence, that's what changes rounds. If you're curious about prices, head on down to the description. There, you'll find links to all the latest deals on these incredible women's wedges. And if you've had fun and learned a thing or two, hit that like button and give us a follow. It helps us bring you more great picks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.